Hey, it's Grim with the Universal Pagan Temple, and I had two topics I wanted to talk about today. Things that are coming up. Apparently, in the UK, they're going to start rolling out these digital IDs. Now, this has caused for concern in terms of privacy, but with as authoritarian as the UK has become in the past few years, it was kind of on the horizon anyway, but this does concern American citizens as well, due to, Palantir, and our current vice president, his involvement with all that nasty business. But, Thomas Sheridan did post this on his, what do you call it, Telegram channel. It's an ex post from this Emma Dunwell, and apparently she asked Grok, as a UK citizen, will I be able to legally refuse digital ID? And Grok basically said no, it would be illegal under the government's new BRIT card scheme, which mandates it's used for all working adults to verify their right to live and work in the UK. Now, this is what I've been talking about in the couple of past videos that I've done, is they're going to manufacture an issue in which they need complete control over your life. You can say, oh, well, they already have so much information on me. No, they can always do more. They can always get away with more. And, since this is digital ID, we as pagans and witches, we do have a little bit of a leeway into this, not to get out of it completely, but kind of to hide ourselves within. If you're absolutely required to get this ID, what I suggest doing is visualizing the Daga's rune, which is like a hourglass to the side. It is excellent for hiding yourself, in combination with any rune having to do with information or technology, such as Onsus, Kenas, and I'd also want to say Ewas, the horse rune, because that one has to do with communication, as does Onsus and a little bit of Kenas there. But Ewas, has to do with technology and communication, especially if you've ever seen an EEG, which is what the probes that they put on your head if you've had a seizure. They're monitoring brain activity. It looks like a bunch of Ewas runes over and over again, because an Ewas rune, in case you don't know anything about runes, looks like the letter M. So visualizing that being interrupted would also give you a bit more privacy than usual, along with, use these runes in combination with each other. And I always suggest, if you want to learn anything about runes, you pick up Freya Aswyn's Northern Mysteries and Magic rune book. And she is the best source of runes. Not to butter her behind, but I've been her student for many a years. But that, would apply to Americans as well, as Palantir starts to dig its claws into places where we don't necessarily want it to be. We all deserve our privacy in this world. And then I also wanted to talk about, several controlled opposition right-wing accounts on X, Twitter, whatever they want to call it these days. They've been talking about a potential Muslim terrorist attack. Okay, so at this point, I'm seeing this as manufactured consent and a false flag for us to get involved in another unending war with Iran and the Middle East, sending lots of our younger generation to die for the U.S. and Israel. And, just Trump's bringing up what happened 2 years ago in Israel with their terrorist attack by Hamas as, hey, remember this happened. Do you want that to happen in America? It's going to be a sneak attack because of what exactly he said. He said he kept on ranting about Biden letting all these Muslims in, these Muslim extremists. Well, we have control of the borders now, don't we? Why aren't you doing anything? I don't have any trust in the FBI at this point to actually get these Muslim terrorists out of the U.S. if there are, in fact, actually Muslim terrorists, and not just some false flag friends of our so-called greatest ally in the Middle East, trying to dupe the entire public into another war that we don't necessarily need, but they'll, like I said, manufacture consent to get into another goddamn war over there, no matter what it takes, no matter how unpopular it is. And people are really, they're not as dumb as they were 20 years ago with, say, the war in Iran. They're not buying any of this. You see the approval rating of Israel over the younger generation. It's bad. It is bad. And it's not just every, lefty liberal wankers that are against Israel. No, it's just everybody. Nobody wants any more wars over there. They want to focus on America, on our infrastructure, on our economy, improving our economy, improving the housing costs here, the grocery costs. I mean, it's almost to the point of crisis, especially with the housing situation in America. It's to the point of crisis. Drug prices, it's just this, that, and the other thing. And, the media is trying to push us into another war, and it's so manufactured at this point. It's like, so, yeah, manufactured fake. It's like those little pre-made sweets, pastries that you see in a convenience store, pharmacy, whatever, at the checkout counter, the like Hostess, that you look on the back and it's just like a laundry list of chemical ingredients. And that's how this all feels. Like a laundry list of chemical ingredients that are not natural. And if you eat it, you're going to have the shits for days. Yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to try to make reaction videos to some TikToks that I've seen that are just absolutely hilarious this weekend. I've got some time off, so I'm going to be doing that. But again, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, blessed be.